Ibrahim Zannah Sunoma is my name. I am the Right Honorable Speaker of the Borno State Children's Parliament and a member at the Borno State Tax Team. I advocate for the rights of children at national and international level. I'm 13 years old. I was born in Burma, raised in Burma, and started schooling in Maiduguri. It was a very traumatic experience, seeing how your mates are exposed to all those risks of the insurgency. At that time, Burma was like the worst hit of the insurgency in the whole of Nigeria. The Boko Haram insurgency has really stopped a lot of children from going to school. Many children are abducted, killed. Their parents are killed before their eyes. Some even got recruited into the perpetrators' false cause, and thus have their dreams shattered and are left with the traumas that will haunt them for their entire lives. Many people ran away, scared of the insurgency. Many children are now psychologically and mentally not ill, but rather they have seen their parents being killed in front of their eyes. It's a very serious matter, and these children, if action is not taken, believe me, they'll end up being the Frankenstein monsters that will consume all of us. I can say that government have tried, but for me, the action I think that should be taken is these children should have rehabilitation centers whereby they would teach them how to overcome these traumas and then enroll them into schools, because this will divert their attention to education. And when a child leaves the trauma of guns and killing, then he diverts his attention to pens and books, then I think that will really help in dwindling the rate of children that are traumatized by the insurgency. The news we kept hearing was there's an attack in this local government area, there's an attack in this school. For example, the 2014 Chibok girls abduction. It was a very serious threat to other schools, and we used to just hear news about insurgency, Boko Haram killing 5,300 and these people, and 42 have been injured. This is the news that kept occurring. So our minds from watching cartoons and all those movies, it was not really fun for us at that time, because some children that are traumatized by the insurgency, you will see that they like watching, people being killed because they have been abducted. Some are recruited, some have seen what is happening, and they think it's a normal life, and they start to also wreak havoc among society. Truly, at first, I didn't see education as a tool for me to overcome my traumas. But by time, when I started giving serious attention to education, it's by that time I realized that education, like Malala said, with gun you can kill a terrorist, but with education you can kill terrorism. So I realized that education is the only tool for the child of a peasant farmer to become the most celebrated icon of tomorrow. For example, me, if not because of the influence of education, Ibrahim Zannah Sunoma today will not be here. He will be one of the cattle rearers in the Maduganari-Gombolugara road. So education has really helped me overcome my trauma, and I believe it's bringing up my dreams of becoming someone who can bring an impact and make change in the society. My dream for Burma is that children, just like me, overcome these traumas of the insurgency left and focus their attention on education, so that schools will be built and they will live in a society where they will learn, survive, and are protected. And I want to see a Burma whereby every children is happy going to school, not where children are very aggressive to others. Children that experience this armed conflict, mostly they are being aggressive. They are trying to do what they saw. So you see, when these children, their attention is diverted and they are very serious to education, then I believe they can overcome these traumas And I want to see a society whereby I said children are learning, they are surviving, and they are protected. So I traveled out of the country recently. I went to Kenya, Nairobi, and Alhamdulillah, I went for a conference. I spoke on exactly this issue, this children affected by armed conflict. And when you look at this issue in a wider perspective, it is really telling you that it's not only in your community that these things are very prevalent, but it's almost everywhere across Africa and the world at large. So exposing yourself to other people's problems and views will make you understand a collective action, a collective call to action that you will use to end this war on children.